Today's announcement is around getting $100 million worth of guarantee financing from BII and Garanco. Now, BII is in effect the British government, and Garanco is supported by numerous European and North American governments. And so both of these institutions are significant financing institutions.
All right, welcome back inside our Proactive newsroom. Joining me now is Julian Maurice Williams. He's the Chief Financial Officer for Chariot Limited. And Julian's good to see you. How are you?
Good, Steve. Great to be here.
Yeah, so the company's got some news out. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first, let's talk about the company itself for those not familiar with it. Give me a bit of an overview.
Absolutely, Steve. So Chariot is a transitional energy group. We're listed on AIM, but focused on projects in Africa. We have three pillars to our business: gas, power, and green hydrogen. Today, we're here to talk predominantly about the power division, which is a renewable developer focused on Southern Africa, where we also have a 49% holding in an entity called Etana Energy, which has an electricity trading license in South Africa that we co-founded.
Yeah, tell me a bit more about Etana Energy and more so that electricity trading business. It's an interesting one.
So I think, first of all, Steve, you have a little bit of context, the South African market, which is one of the largest electricity markets in Africa, and where there's been significant undersupply over the last years, leading to power cuts or load shedding. There is a concerted effort within South Africa to solve this situation through a rapid deregulation of the market to allow commercial solutions in order to fill that supply gap. And it's that opportunity which Chariot saw and applied for a trading license through its Etana Energy joint venture. And that trading license, one of the first to be awarded in South Africa, allows us to buy electricity from large renewable projects, put it onto the grid, and then sell it to off-takers, mainly commercial and industrial groups, where it's actually needed. And we see this as our model there as a many-to-many, so many generators to many off-takers. And we think this is a rapidly scalable business with good returns, so it sits well within the Chariot business model.
Yeah, and that's what comes to today's announcement, because that deals with the financing of that. So tell me a bit about today's announcement.
So today's announcement is around getting $100 million worth of guarantee financing from BII and Garanco. Now, BII is in effect the British government, and Garanco is supported by numerous European and North American governments. And so both of these institutions are significant financing institutions. Now, as I said, what Etana is looking to do is to buy electricity from large renewable projects that are to be built. And those projects themselves will be financed by project finance debt. And the lenders to that project finance debt will need to be sure that the entity which is buying the electricity, i.e. Etana, is bankable. And this is where BII and Garanco step in, support Etana with their balance sheet, enabling potentially up to $500 million worth of renewable projects to be developed in South Africa. Now, what's also worth noting is that within this announcement today is really the first announcement of a multi-stage financing that we're undergoing at the moment, which will look to finance the power business within Chariot at the subsidiary level, and we look forward to putting those further announcements out as they happen.
Okay. While we have you here, thought it'd be a good opportunity to get updated on some other parts of the company as well, and sort of what's ahead for the whole team. Let's talk about the gas business. Tell me where that's at.
So specifically on our gas projects in Morocco, which is both onshore and offshore, and those are upstream projects. In Q3 of this year, we drilled a well on the Anchois project with our partners. Now, that well, the aim of that well was to scale up a potential development. The results of that well were different from our expectations. We did find gas, but we're now working through with our partners, including our partner who is the operator, potential plans for that development, and we'll look to update the market on that when we can. Separately, on our onshore project, our Lukos license and our exciting new venture in Southern Africa, we're progressing both of those business streams, and we look to announce something further when we can.
Okay. And lastly, what else is ahead for the company in the next few months? Obviously, you're heading into 2025 soon, so there's a lot of things on the go, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely, Steve. So I think the focus for the next couple of months is around concluding this financing, showing the look-through value for the power business, financing that business, and progressing those transactions. And I think we have something really special here with our trading business. We've got effectively first mover advantage in a large market where there is significant undersupply. And just like to thank all the different groups who have worked extremely hard in progressing the guarantee that was announced today. And that guarantee will unlock further material opportunities for Chariot and Etana.
Julian, thank you so much. Good update from you today and really appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
Cool. Thank you, Steve.
All right, there is Julian Maurice Williams. He is the Chief Financial Officer for Chariot Limited.